Good afternoon, everyone. As was introduced, I'm Eulie Mantock, and I'll be your presenter for today. Authors and educational practitioners who have operated in the primary education system for a number of years, we have sought to provide textbooks for the primary level students, particularly for sources in the traditional sense of textbooks, to enhance their existing knowledge source. We have brought to the resource our knowledge and experiences and the experiences of others through research. It was therefore intentional to bring the information from various sources, giving the user access to information in the best one-stop resource, that is the textbook. We have focused on cutting-edge, engaging, inclusive activities to give them autonomy. The purpose of this webinar is to familiarize teachers with the new edition of the Macmillan Primary Social Studies textbook, to show how the series match the National Standard Curriculum, and to demonstrate the approach of the National Standard Curriculum through the book's activities. The National Standard Curriculum is the groundwork on which the primary exit profile examination is set. The shift in paradigm to the National Standard Curriculum brings into greater focus the aim of developing successful lifelong learners. It brings into focus that as authors of textbooks for primary social studies, we also must make the shift in directing and facilitating learners to successfully navigate the ocean of knowledge that exists to do problem solving. In keeping with the National Standards Curriculum, learner-centered education shift, part of our responsibility as authors of these texts is to guide learners to become responsible, successful digital citizens as they explore for relevant and reliable information. The Jamaica Primary Social Studies 10th edition. The components are 3 student books, grades 4 to 6, 3 workbooks, grades 4 to 6, and online resources. The student-centered approach aligns directly to the National Standard Curriculum. The books are also arranged in curriculum order, and content is organized around curriculum-focused questions and objectives, with many group-based activities. The 5E model is used in the series to engage, explore, explain, elaborate, and evaluate. The book engages learners at the beginning of each unit by connecting students present with past experiences or establish a common ground on which to commence the unit of learning. Students are given the opportunity to explore, to gain further information by research, interviewing, or even exploring their own environment. The activities throughout the book actually give students the opportunity to explain the concepts that they have formed through exploring activities. Teachers have to give students the opportunity to explain as they use this series. An area in which the student do further activity to refine the concept is to elaborate. Not all students, however, will willingly go the extra mile, but should be strategically encouraged through small team group work by teachers. The text encourages students to evaluate themselves, evaluate others through activities, and the teachers to evaluate the students' development of concept throughout the unit and even at the end. Note, the types of questions vary to accommodate the 5E models. 4 C's are also employed throughout the book: creativity, communication, collaboration, and critical thinking. New sets of skills are now required in a changing world in which people now have to learn creative ways to meet their needs. In social studies, students have a greater to gather past and present information in a creative way and find ways of presenting information and solving problems. Student activities throughout the text not only give them opportunity to communicate orally or in written form or with digital tools, but also listening skills. Students have a lot of opportunities to communicate information through the art forms like the music, dance, and poetry. Many of the activities require the students to work in teams in both small and large groups. This helps them to be good team players. Students are given opportunities through various activities to design and manage projects using a variety of tools and resources. These opportunities help them to manage a large volume of information. Each student book has 10 units which align directly to the curriculum. Units are grouped by themes and color-coded to help make students aware of the connection between units. For example, if you see the orange, notice that the topics that they are pointed on, these are sharing similar themes. To assist with effective delivery of content is organized around curriculum focus questions. This serves to help teachers navigate successfully and present the information in a logical sequence. The placement of the curriculum objectives and key concepts at the beginning of each chapter makes it very easy and user-friendly for teachers, students, and parents. This serves to reassure users that they are in the right track and they are getting the information they are supposed to be getting without going to separate source or to be reminded of curriculum objectives. At the start of each unit, key information from the syllabus is given in the unit openers. So look at the theme here, focus question, key terms, and objectives. Based on the core values of the curriculum, such as active learning, respect for diversity, inquiry into practice, information is presented in a number of ways to cater for different learning styles and divergent learners, and to motivate and stimulate learners. Timelines are used. They are quick and easy to show sequencing of events, to highlight historical events, and at the same time, tell a story in a logical sequence. Graphs are used to categorize information. They give a good visual representation and enable students to compare and contrast information very quickly. Graphs are also used to rank data at a glance. For example, ranking ocean by length. Look at the bar graph below. Word webs and concept maps are used to show concept and related idea in a short and effective way. A variety of webs are used to give variety. Flowcharts are used to represent vast amount of information at a single glance. It gives a quick glance of system, explain the processes clearly, and represent the process in sequential order. Look at the flowcharts exhibited here. both showing the two systems of government that we have: central government, local government. Many illustrations are used throughout the book. These are used to help the students learning from the text by creating meaningful concepts and issues. The illustrations that are used attract immediate attention. This will in turn aid retention, they enhance understanding, and create a context. Look at the illustrations being shown. Dialogues are used throughout the series. Why? Children love to role play with characters. This improves their conversation ability and adds support to the process of learning. These are more engaging and get more students involved. Many photographs, old and new, are used. They are used to present visual representation of people and places now and then. They can be used to compare now and then and allow students to arrive at informed conclusion because of the truth they tell. Photographs are also used to bring faraway places to children, and places with which they have no experience can be brought to them through these photographs. Look at this photograph. This will help students to connect with their history. This is showing what independence was like, 1962. So children can really make an imaginary picture in their mind and connect with the history of their country. A wide variety of case studies are used throughout the book. Why? Case studies have a storytelling power, and children love stories because they bring real issues to life. Case studies encourage the student to use their own knowledge and experience and charge them to think about real life issues, to explore innovative ways of solving problems, and they also encourage collaboration as they try to address issues. Case studies are effective in bringing out concepts and skills as they have the capacity to allow for critical thinking, communication, and interpretation. Plus, they promote contextual learning sense and help students work problems by seeing issues through these stories. Fact box and did you know are often used to accompany these case studies. Fact box highlight key terms and concepts or information, and the did you know provide extra interesting facts to engage students. Poems and songs are also used. This serves as an alternative medium to give information in a creative way. Students are allowed to sing and recite and integrate the Jamaican culture with these activities. These serve to make learning more engaging. For example, let's look at the Jamaican poem that is used. Black skin, brown skin, everybody come and hear what I've got to say about how we began. How our ancestors traveled here across the stormy seas. His grandpa and her grandma, and the same for you and me. Now Columbus said to Ferdinand, just listen to my plan. If you'll provide the ships, why then, Columbus is your man. I'll sail across the stormy seas and bring you plenty gold when I reach up to the Indies with my sailor men so bold. The Spanish came over. you can see from Spanish Town. Montego Bay supplied their ships when they came around. The Englishman came over and the Spanish had to run. And the English brought the rest of us and started all the fun. Just think how interesting it will be when students get these activities to do. They will be very engaged and they will do much better in the student activities that follow. Icons are used throughout the book to make it more user-friendly and to stimulate deeper understanding and cater for student-centered learning and to cut back on time students spend searching for information. Some icons used are for research, ICT for information and communication technology, DC for digital citizenship, intersecting arrows for cross-communication, curricular learning. Student activities. A wide range of student-centered activities is included throughout the text, inclusive of extension activities for the more advanced student. This is intended to develop student ability to evaluate material and apply the knowledge they have gathered throughout the course. The structure and activities are specifically intended to develop competencies required in the 21st century learning, such as critical thinking, research skill, and locating information from different sources, problem solving, collaboration, communication and creativity, emphasis on information and communication technology. ICT and digital citizenship. Inside every unit, ICT objectives are incorporated into numerous activities, ensuring students are well prepared for modern day life and work. A wide range of activities focus on student-led learning throughout research, analysis, and hands-on experience. Digital citizenship tips are given to ensure that students are aware of the ethical, social, cultural, and logical legal issues and implications surrounding the use of technology and can practice online safety and ethical behavior. Look at the following activity. As a class or in small group, play a treasure hunt game using cardinal points to find hidden treasure in the classroom. Or play an online game which uses cardinal points. Now look at the digital citizenship tip that is given, how it aligns with the activity. Make sure you only play games online that your teacher or parents have seen and approve. Some games may be unsafe. Always talk with your teacher and parents about your good and bad experiences online so they can help to keep you safe. Research and cross-curricular learning. Research tasks given encourage independent learning and develop critical thinking and creative problem-solving skills. Links to other subject icons indicate cross-curricular learning that incorporate the STEAM subject. These include the science, technology, engineering, aesthetic, and mathematics. Group activities throughout the text encourage collaboration and communication. Tips provided to explain the need to compromise, inclusion, and respect as they do their research in groups. For example, look at this group work. Look at the tip that is provided by the mascot. Make sure everyone in your group contributes an idea. Listen carefully to each idea. And these tips are throughout the book to help students be good team players. Brain teasers are used throughout the book. They are often used with did you know and fact-backed information. They are here to help foster critical thinking and creativity through problem solving. Brain teasers bring to focus areas of the STEAM. Let's look at the following activity and the brain teaser that accompanies it. Comets are named after the person who discovered them. Halley's Comet comes near the sun every 76 years, and then we can see it from Earth. Edmund Halley studied it when it appeared in 1682 and worked out when it would appear next. Although Halley was not around to see its arrival, his prediction was correct. Now look at the brain teaser that accompanies this, did you know? How many times has Halley's Comet appeared since Halley saw it? When was the last time it was seen? When will Halley's Comet appear next? Now, if you look at the type of questions and the brain teaser, you can already figure out to which subject is relating. If you said mathematics, yes, you're on the right track. Here are other brain teasers. Look at this one as it relates to the moon. The moon has its own gravity, but it is much weaker than Earth. You would weigh 1/6 of your Earth weight on the moon. Stimulus questions are indicated with magnifying glass sign. They pose a problem or issue. They are used to stimulate the students to think and retrieve information from their knowledge store. It helps the student to make a connection with the lesson they are about to learn. Extension activities are also used throughout the text. These serve as additional exercises for the more advanced student. However, it is encouraged that teachers motivate other students to participate in these activities. One way of doing so is to pair more advanced students with other students so they can take part in these activities. Student activities. The activities are included the curriculum drivers to make learning come alive, also to provide an alternative assessment of students' learning. So drivers include the aesthetics like the drama, the music, the visual arts, dancing, and games. It is also a good way of integrating the Jamaican culture and getting students engaged. For example, let us look at this song that is used to provide information, and look how the student can dramatize the song based on cultural music that they know. Singing this song to the tune of Jamaican folk song, Chichi Bodo. So the children would have already known the song. Chichi Bodo, some of them are holla, some are ball. Chichi Bodo, some of them are holla, some are ball. And then you go straight into the song. Caribbean people, out of many we are one. Some are Taino, out of many we are one. Some are Caribs, out of many we are one. Now can you see how introducing activities like these in the classroom will get your student engaged, actively engaged, and want to be a part. And at the same time, learning is taking place because at the end of it, you will have activities that they have to answer to. Student activities are also given in picture illustration. For example, here students have to interpret and relate their experience, draw conclusion, and give solution, and communicate their thoughts with others. Look at this activity. What different kinds of pollution can you see affecting the river in the picture below? Now, if they can do this, they should be able to relate the information to other things. Think of any industry you know about. Can you list the different kinds of waste products that are produced? How are these waste products disposed of? Could they be used for something else? At the end of each chapter of the book, there's a summary. The summary serves to reinforce and remind students of the content covered and to assist with quick review. At the end of each unit will help students to evaluate themselves. Different levels of questions are used, inclusive of knowledge-based questions, comprehension type questions, application type question, and evaluation. Question format range from multiple choice question to open-ended, completion of tables, interpretation of scenarios, and comprehending information given. Have a look at the following questions that are displayed. Here, students are asked to examine the picture, do their own interpretation, and answer the question. Identify the national symbol being used. What are the children doing? What would you say to them if they were your classmates? Give 2 reasons why it is important to show respect for our national symbol. Your student will have to copy table in notebook and complete. They have to compare and contrast and see the similarities between both heroes that are being referred to. Your students are given comprehension type question. Look at the ad. Fabulous celebration of Caribbean music and dance. Students will have to examine this advert and answer the questions that are asked. In what way does the event preserve the Jamaican culture? Explain how the event promotes Jamaican Caribbean culture. So just one of the other actions which can be taken to preserve Caribbean culture. Additional features of the book. There's a glossary at the end of each book. This serves to encourage independent learning and greater understanding of vocabulary and key concepts that are used throughout the text. In addition, the index not only serves to help students locate information, but is a valuable source of promoting study skills. Additional classroom resources include workbooks. These are flexible resources. They can be used in conjunction with a student textbook or completely independently or with other courses. They serve to extend and reinforce classroom teaching, extra activity in class for the more advanced students. They have homework and assignment, and they are great for revision purposes. These additional workbooks highlight group and individual and class activities. A variety of question styles encourage students to apply their knowledge in different ways, developing critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Small group activities which are included serve to develop collaboration and communication skills. Teacher-guided classroom project given in the books will provide opportunity for creative expression while engaging in meaningful activities. Additional classroom resources include answers to the unit assessment question, online classroom resources, continue, a teacher's pack for each grade, including blank maps, reference point sheets for teachers, source material for students, a PDF version of our Jamaica Primary Social Studies classroom poster, based on the information given about the book, you can now see that the student text cover the 5E model of engaging, exploring, explaining, elaborating, and evaluating. Thank you.
Hello again, everybody, and can we all just say a huge thank you to Ms. Eulie Mantock for delivering such an excellent webinar. We really appreciate you being here and giving such a fantastic presentation.
Thank you very much. It was my pleasure. Thanks.